dude, we got the new Bastion.
Yeah, they did it right before the ranked season came out. Great idea.
This is like I'm opening my eyes for the first time. I've been laying dormant for a week waiting for the off-season to end, and today, February 28th, is the day placements begin. So, in this video I'm going to be giving you a few tips and tricks on how to win most of your placement matches. So we're going to go ahead and start with the biggest tip I could possibly give you, and I'm clenching my fist right now and jumping around in my chair. I don't know why. The biggest tip is that you have to stay positive. You have to be friendly to your teammates. You have to be reasonable with them. You have to just do anything to make your teammates happy. That is the key ingredient for success. Or play with a top 500 Smurf. But we're going to assume that not many people have top 500 Smurf friends. Make sure that you stay calm during your matches. Don't call out negative things to your teammates. This game is mental, and you need to make sure that you are building up your teammates. Building up your teammates is everything, because the second someone is tilting, they are getting thrown off their mental game, and that is much more likely to result in a loss. So build up your teammates, guys. Stay positive. Do not say anything slightly negative. And I'm saying not a single word that is slightly negative. You would be surprised at how many games that you can absolutely turn around because you and your teammates are being positive and cool with each other. Another point I'd like to make within all of that is keep the topics light. And I mean, don't start to get serious. Don't put a whole bunch of weight on, and don't give a whole bunch of power to a situation like you have to hold this point or the game's over. Yes, that's true, and that's a powerful situation, and you really have to have a strong hold to win, but keep everything light. You know, work a strategy out with your team really fast. You know, everybody's trying to scramble together. Second point, they just took point one. But be cool. Keep the conversation light, nothing super serious, because although you might be able to handle the serious conversations, it might mess with the mental state of some of your teammates. It might throw them off their mental game because they're kind of locking up and they're playing a little bit too careful because they don't want to be the one that got picked. Be cool. Keep it light. And if someone does get picked, be cool about it. Do not say a word. Say, it's okay. It's okay. Just get back to point fast. Or go tracer. Get back to point. You know, if they're storming the point, go someone fast. If they have their ultimate, just get there fast and use it. Number 2, make sure that you are countering the enemy team. I'm saying if you start on a Pharah and when you boost out of spawn and you're up in the sky and you're raining down your rockets from above and the enemy team is playing Anna, Soldier, McCree, and a Widow and a Hanzo, okay, maybe not Hanzo, but a Widow, and they're playing all of these hit scans, go ahead and switch. Counter the enemy team. It's everything. This game is back and forth. Counter, counter, counter. If they switch to counter you, and then you switch to counter them, and they switch back to counter you, you keep switching. Keep switching. So now here's a third point I would like to talk about, and that is, what if somebody is, and I'm making air quotes right now, throwing? And I mean that as in somebody's picking Sombra or Torbjorn, and when you get to a little bit of the higher end of the ladder, it really doesn't matter because most players are used to those picks. Torbjorn is not uncommon at a high rank. Sombra's played a decent amount at the higher rank. I mean, not a ton, but like, you know, no one cares if someone plays a hero like that. You just know that they can probably deliver. If somebody picks it at a lower rank and you feel like they are not capable of doing much work with that pick, or like an offensive Bastion in certain situations, it can feel like it's a throw pick. Be cool about it and work around them. Whether or not that player that's picking the quote-unquote throw pick, whether or not they are in the voice chat, be cool with your teammates. You know, whether or not he's in there, just don't say anything negative about him. Just rationalize with your teammates. Just say, hey guys, I get that that's maybe not what we're looking for right now, but let's go ahead and work around him, because at the end of the day, I'd rather have a win over a loss. The fourth point I'd like to give you, and this is pretty much the last one, don't play if you're tilted. If you just had a rough game, you got blown out, and then you played again, and you got blown out a second time, 2 losses, maybe they were even close games, 2 close games in a row and you lost both, If you're tilted at all, go ahead and just wait an hour or two, go play some Hearthstone. Actually, don't do that. That might piss you off even more with all of the aggro decks running around. So if you're on a loss streak and you feel tilted, or if you're at all tilted, go ahead and wait. So this is another thing. I was actually about to wrap up the video. I'm in the editing process right now, just sitting at my computer recording. I was just about to finish the video, and there's another thing that came to mind. This is a bit of a technical thing, and I feel like I'm going to make a video about this subject I'm about to bring up. I'm going to make an entire video on it sometime in the future. So, if you find somebody who is throwing on your team, and I mean a legit thrower, not just they're picking a hero that you don't want them to play. I'm talking they're being super toxic, they're staying in spawn, they're doing whatever, they're leaving the match and then rejoining, then leaving and rejoining, whatever. Or just toxic by themselves, go ahead and Q dodge them. And what Q dodging means is that once your game ends, go ahead and wait at the main menu. Wait at the main menu, don't instantly Q again, because you have a good chance of finding them a second game in a row. I guess I'll give you another little tip real fast, and I've kind of been keeping this to myself because I feel like this is such an advantage that you can have over other players on the ranked ladder. I'm going to make a whole video about this one day, but I guess I'm going to go ahead and just talk about it now. If you find somebody on your team, or even the enemy team, that is a really good player, whether or not they're just a good player that was in your match, or they were a smurf, hit P, and then and right click on their profile and hit prefer player, so that you have a greater chance of finding them in your future matches. That's just helping you out. If you queue again instantly after your next match and you hit prefer player on the smurf or the really good player on the other team, you have a good chance of finding them on your side the very next game. And that's a huge advantage, and I feel like this is something that not many people are taking advantage of. For me, I do this all the time. Anybody I see that completely blows my expectations out of the water, like expectations for a team, if I see someone just absolutely carrying, hit prefer player on them, because you want them on your team. It's kind of hard when you're playing against the good player, because you know you're getting your face just beaten in by an insane Genji or something like that. Go ahead and hit prefer player on them. Or even, this is something I do sometimes, or if you just want a solo queue, that's cool, but go ahead and hit add friend. See if they will accept your friend request and say, hey, do you want a duo? I do that all the time. And I'm not sure why, but some of these really good players will still play with me. Even though they just beat me, I feel like I would never want to play with the team I just crushed, like any member of the team. Because, hey, you know, I just beat them badly. I don't want any of that on my team. But sometimes they do play with you. So, my advice, and this is actually, like, this is seriously real advice, and this can help you win games. And we're talking about 10 placement matches here. Every single one you win is going to get you more SR and get you higher to whatever rank you desire. So I feel like that's a real piece of advice that I could give you guys when climbing the ladder. Do not be afraid to hit prefer player or add friends. Those are just some things I've noticed over the past 3 seasons. Season 4 placements are going to start here. I'm looking at the time now. It's 5 o'clock, and placements are going to start in 2 hours. I hope you guys all have really good luck in your placement matches. Hopefully you all place really well and that you are able to have a fantastic and successful season. Make sure to have a lot of fun, stay positive, be cool, and subscribe to Nate's. Just gonna work that plug right in there. Okay, anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like. That's another plug. Okay, I'm done with the plugs. Anyways, just have a good season 4, guys. Take care. Thank you. Come on, Nathan didn't get a card? We'll go for you. That's a pretty good kill.